Consultation with our executives in Equifax identified that we were looking for new talent and wanted to connect with students coming through their studies, and had a particular interest of understanding what we could give students who are in their final years of study to help them work out what they wanted to do with their careers in the real business sense, not just the textbook sense. And we felt that there was an opportunity with us in our transformation state to bring students in and help challenge our thinking, and to be able to give them an opportunity to put their studies into practice and actually keep us on our toes as we go through the journey of transformation. Being really honest, in our first year, I think the more pressure was placed on us than the students to keep up with them. They're very switched on, very engaging individuals. Senior executives right across the globe, as we are American-owned. The students have connected with senior executives overseas, and the commentary coming out is that they're very engaging, switched on, their curiosity is insane, and their ability to process tasks is just amazing. So for us, we had to really stay on our toes to keep up with them and to give them opportunities that were challenging, but also rewarding, that they could own and see through to completion.
On the most recent internship at Equifax, I was involved in delivering a suite of financial analysis products, and that involved really the whole process, so engaging with clients and speaking with the people we're assessing and working within a structured organisation, which is really fantastic. But on the side, we also had the opportunity to engage in a learning and development project to automate the onboarding of new starters within this team, and that enabled us to work across business functions and really deal with other people we wouldn't have dealt with in other business projects.
I think what really impressed us about CPIE was how structured, the ability to network with other sponsors, and the first networking evening I spent the whole night basically speed dating other sponsors to understand what programs did they offer, how are they structured, just how much rope do you give the students to own their own tasks. And it's just been phenomenal. The team that work with us are really great. No question is too much trouble, and it's just a really well structured program, and the students coming through, the calibre is just amazing. So it's one of the best that we've seen. Because when we first had a conversation around what we might be able to bring to the program, we thought it had to be very role specific. But what we found, and what has worked best in the 2 years experience that we've had, is that we've put students in the operational excellence business unit and the change management business unit, so that's very broad in nature. Leaning in on Matt's studies, I guess, and his background with the financial services space, he had an opportunity to come in and own a program from start to finish, and that was something that we didn't think was possible until we actually got involved, asked the questions, and saw there was a natural fit.
I found a bit of a difference in their students' commitment through the CPIE program. They became more like a permanent full-time employee. The hours that they committed were a lot longer, and I guess we were almost getting the cream of the crop. These were very intelligent, capable students that were coming through this program. And so as much as we were hopefully giving to that student and providing a valuable experience, we definitely as an organisation felt like we got a lot in return. When students come through the program, whether they're in finance or HR, or in this case marketing, it's not just that team that becomes familiar with the student, it seems like the whole organisation does. And that's a credit to the students, because they are taking a lot of initiative to become an integrated member of the team. You want to make sure you give a valuable experience to the student, one that they couldn't get in a normal formal education setting. But you're also wanting to ensure that you get something back for that investment as well. And so you're trying to find those sort of opportunities that they can really shine and have ownership, and also then support your team in return. We did have goals and plans for Charlotte, and that mid-intern review was really important to see where we were. I remember participating in that, and I was kind of doubting what we had provided because so much had shifted with COVID. But it was a great time to just reflect and go, actually, these were some key learnings, and moving forward, we identified some other learnings that could take place, and just make sure that she did get that broad experience still. So to other corporations considering sponsoring the CPIE program, I absolutely suggest getting involved. We need to take some ownership of building a stronger workforce, and if we want to make sure that our next, future employees have all the skills that we wish them to have, it's a really great way to have that active involvement in their learning. So yeah, get involved.
We get access to brilliant students who display not only resilience, commitment and bravery in actually taking up the scholarship, but also the fact that we get to experience them on a day-to-day basis and see how they work in our actual work environment as well. Look, I think it's actually better than other internship programs I've seen because you get to see them for a 3-month period. You get to know the student socially as well as their work ethic, and also you get to see how they operate on a day-to-day basis and whether or not they fit with the fabric of your firm, and also understand their capabilities as well from an accounting point of view. It's pretty much exactly what the graduates do from day one. So you're involved in the graduate training as a CPIE student. You get to go on the graduate retreat. So you get to build your own cohort with Pitcher Partners from day one. And also you're working on meaningful client files as if you were already graduated. So you're getting daily experience as to what you would be doing once you're in the workforce, and you get to go to client meetings as well, which is great because you start to build that experience being able to relate personally to clients. I think it's a really good program to get involved with because you get to see like the first crop pretty much of a graduate pool that could come out the next year, and you get to know them on a personal basis, which really helps from an interviewing and providing a position later on basis. It's turned out perfectly for us. We've had a number of CPIE students become employees of our firm. So we have 2 that became managers, one of them being myself, 1 that's a supervisor, and 6 that became employees and are still with us to this day. So it's really formed a part of our cohort.